I don't consider myself a critic of media like movies or video games. I tend to find something to enjoy in everything and let the shaft slide off. But recently, there have been more and more times where that shaft starts clogging the drain, so to speak, to the point that I can no longer ignore it. I've been watching Ahsoka on Disney Plus recently. I was going to make a review of it once the series was complete, but episode 3 made me pause. It's one specific scene in an otherwise mundane episode, but it's absolutely huge in impact when you think about it for more than half a second. Ahsoka and Sabine are chasing the bad guy. Her name is irrelevant for this, don't worry, and end up having a dogfight upon dropping out of hyperspace. The overall battle is average. I mean, I feel like our main character should have been shot out of the sky considering how many fighters were on them, but it's fine. That's only some minor plot armor, if anything, and it's stated outright that they have deflectors active. The initial battle is also used to portray Ahsoka and Sabine gaining more of an understanding of each other as they work together to survive. So the entire scene is passable, at least at the start. But then we enter the next phase of the battle. Hu Yang, their robot assistant, needs to scan this giant ring in space in order to get more details on it. To do so, they have to fly closer. So what does this lead to? They fly straight ahead into a hail of turbo lasers with minimum evasive maneuvers. Clearly, this is the best option for them. It works out due to them having steroid-enhanced deflectors, I guess, because those things hold up right up until the moment they get all the data they need. This is after just leaving a dogfight, by the way, but that isn't even what got me to make this video. It's the scene that happens as a direct consequence of them bull rushing the equivalent of a Star Destroyer and not getting blown to smithereens. Ahsoka and Sabine's ship ends up dead in the space water, and they require time to reboot the batteries. The enemies recognize that there was no kill confirmation, so their ships wheel around to finish Ahsoka off. It's at this moment that I thought to myself, man, these women are dead. There's no way for them to survive 3 ships they get to fire on their derelict ship freely. What is going to happen? Clown shoes. Star Wars has always had some levity to it. A bit of goofball behavior was a regular thing. Just look at the stormtroopers literally never hitting their shots. 1 or 2 things being off is acceptable. Well, let me break down why I think this scene is an abject failure. 1. Why are these fighters getting close to Ahsoka's ship at all? Why not turn them into ghosts from 50 meters away? You know, where Ahsoka's 2-meter laser swords can't touch them. 2. Connected to point 1, they are aiming for Ahsoka, a 5.5-foot alien in the middle of space instead of the much larger and destructible target beneath her. Blowing up the ship would kill multiple birds with 1 blast. 3. How weak are these blasters? Is it that Ahsoka's ship is made out of some of the strongest material in Star Wars? You can actually see multiple shots hit the hull, yet no lasting damage is done. 4. Who moves into melee range when you're using ranged weaponry? An idiot, that's who. This trope is one that I've always thought was a symptom of bad writing. It rears its ugly head when the writer can't figure out how to get their short-ranged character out of a disadvantaged state. The rule of cool doesn't work when the outcome of the scene hinges upon it. It just becomes a plot contrivance. I have this analogy of what a story is. It's like a car driving down one long road. A road that has several obstacles, or plot dilemmas, set up to impede the car's progress. The writer drives the car, and their job is to get around as many obstacles as possible while keeping their car in as pristine a condition as they can. Using this Ahsoka scene as an example, it would be like the writer saw a barricade down one path and decided they were going to plow through it to keep going. Does it work? Yes, but the car's wrecked now. No matter what happens later, the entire story is now worse for this scene. I hope that made sense. 5 years ago, I don't think I would have cared about something at this level. The overall show has been okay, at least. It feels like we're watching Star Wars Rebels Season 5, but I actually enjoy it for that. Fight scenes are just a stickler for me, and as a result, I got catapulted out of my immersion by that last third. I'm not sure why. Oh, well, ranting isn't really my thing, but I figured this scene would make a good time to bring this topic up. I'm begging writers to stop taking the easy way out in their stories. People are going to start picking up on this more often, and when the immersion breaks, your scripts do too.